There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music and West Virginia Public Broadcasting, with support provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Division of Tourism, welcome to another Mountain Stage with your host, Larry Gross.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune, but the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around a simple song. Thank you so much. Welcome once again to Mountain Stage Live Performance Radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. And today we are in the heart of West Virginia in Elkins at the Miles Center for the Arts on the campus of Davis and Elkins College. And we're part of the Augusta Festival, which itself is part of the Augusta Heritage Center of Davis and Elkins College. And they run a wonderful institution that helps teach and preserve traditional music and art and dance from all over the world. They just finished 5 weeks. The latest one is featuring old-time music and vocal music and American vernacular dance. And 3 of our guests on this show were teaching during these workshops, especially in the old-time and the vocal. Rhiannon Giddens taught in both of those, and she'll be on during the next hour. You might know her from the Carolina Chocolate Drops. She brought a lot of friends to help her make some music. Also, one of the greatest voices in all of traditional music, Alice Gerrard, who was teaching here, will be out. She brought some friends, too. She's going to do some tunes with them and our band. And a couple of folks who actually live here in Randolph County, and one of them grew up here. Jesse Milnes and Emily Miller will be out a little bit later during this hour. And we have some folks that'll be out during our next hour who actually have the #1 bluegrass album in the country right now on the Billboard charts. And some of them have taught here before in the past. The SteelDrivers are here. But to start us off, we have a young man who I heard about not all that long ago from a producer in West Virginia, a public radio, who produces stories for Inside Appalachia. And she told me about Sam Gleaves because they did a story about a coal miner who was gay, and as one of the songs that was in the story was a song written by Sam, and it's a beautiful song, it's a wonderful song, and it introduced me to a whole lot of other tunes that Sam has done. As a matter of fact, he's about to put out his first record, which was produced by Kathy Fink and features folks like Tim O'Brien and Janice Ian. It's called Ain't We Brothers. It'll be out in just a few weeks, so I'll tell you where you can go to his website and find out more about that. It's something I think once you hear him, you might want to have some of his music as part of your own. In his promo, it says he performs innovative mountain music with a sense of history. I think that's a great phrase because that's exactly what he does. He's brought some friends with him. Please welcome for the first time to the Mountain Stage, Mr. Sam Gleaves.
Well, as Cousin Minnie Pearl said many times, I'm just so proud to be here. And so here we go. I was born here just the same as you. Another time, another day. I'm sure the good Lord took his time, made each of us just this way. I walk beside you step by step, and it never crossed my mind that I would grow up one of the different kind. But that didn't stop me from chopping the wood, scraping my knees like all boys should, going down to the creek in the noonday sun, wringing out my shirt when the work got done. First First things first, I'm a blue-collar man with scars on my knuckles, dust on my hands. Probably wouldn't have ever known I've got a man waiting on me at home. To tell you the truth, I don't want to fight. Just want to say one thing outright to you. Ain't we flesh and blood all through? And ain't we brothers too? I took a job and worked right by you, walked down in that hole beside you. Thought I heard some whisper sound, got found out, word got around. I got made out for something I'm not, called everything but a child of God. Didn't mind to show it out in the parking lot. So I cut my coat with my head hung down, just like a stranger in my own town. Got bitter day by day, went home every night with the mess they made. First things first, I'm a blue-collar man with scars on my knuckles, dust on my hands. Probably wouldn't have ever known I've got a man waiting on me at home. To tell you the truth, I don't want to fight. Just want to say one thing outright to you. Ain't we flesh and blood all through? And ain't we brothers too? Tell me I'm not man enough to set foot in that mine. Go on and tell me that once more, to my face this time. To tell you the truth, I don't want to fight. Just want to say one thing outright to you. Ain't we flesh and blood all through? And ain't we brothers too? Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, y'all are a lot kinder than I thought you'd be. No. I always have a good time in wild and wonderful West Virginia. And speaking of wild and wonderful, I'm so proud to have Mr. Ricky Simpkins playing the fiddle and the mandolin here. Ricky's from Christiansburg, Virginia, and I'm from Wytheville, so we might be cousins.
Yeah, how about that?
Doing an old Irish song here. It's another one on my record coming out in November. It's called My Singing Bird. 1, 2, 3. I've seen the lark soar high and morn. I've heard his song up in the blue. I've heard the blackbird pipe his note. I've heard the thrush and the linnet too. But there's none of them can sing so sweet, my singing bird, as you. Oh, if I could climb a high, high tree, I would rob that wild bird's nest. And if I could catch my singing bird, I would warm him on my breast. There's none of them can sing so sweet, my singing bird, as you. And when the sun breaks through at dawn, at my window I will lean, and it seems I hear my singing bird, though 1,000 miles between. There's none of them can sing so sweet, my singing bird, as you. And since my singing bird has fled, to the mountains I will go, and there sing out this lonesome song, so that all the world will know. There's none of them can sing so sweet, my singing bird, as you. No, there's none of them can sing so sweet, my singing bird, as you. Thank you. All right, thank you so much. Well, here's my friend Tyler Hughes. Tyler plays with a band called the Empty Bottle String Band based out of East Tennessee. And mighty fine. We're going to do an old Carter family song that I wrote a few new verses to last summer on my back porch. Not out of any disrespect to AP, just creative juices on my back porch, I guess. And here we go. My Dixie Darling. 1, 2, 3, 4. My Dixie darling, listen to this song I sing beneath the silvery moon, with my banjo right in tune. My heart is ever true. I love no one but you, my Dixie darling, my Dixie dream. Way down below the Mason-Dixon line, down where the honeysuckles are entwined, there's where the southern winds are blowing, there's where the daisies growing. Girls in the north and gay finery, twirling around in society, singing songs of Dixie darling, where I long to be. My Dixie darling, listen to this song I sing beneath the silvery moon, with my banjo right in tune. My heart is ever true. I love no one but you, my Dixie darling, my Dixie dream. Like they did in old Mesa Springs, March wind blow my blues away, on the sunny side to stay. We'll go down south where the living's easy, time moves slow and the cooking's greasy. People might talk, we'll live freely in our Dixie dream. My Dixie darling, listen to this song I sing beneath the silvery moon, with my banjo right in tune. My heart is ever true. I love no one but you, my Dixie darling, my Dixie dream. My people, they'll want to meet you. 10 minutes time, they'll want to keep you. Then we can all spend the evening telling tales when they're leaving. Sit with you in the old porch swing, listen to the night book sing. The quiet, it says everything in our Dixie dream. My Dixie darling, listen to this song I sing beneath the silvery moon, with my banjo right in tune. My heart is ever true. I love no one but you, my Dixie darling, my Dixie dream. My Dixie darling, my Dixie dream. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you. All right. Well, for the rock and roll portion of our show, we're going to get Steve on the bass and Ahmed on the drums to join us. This is a country waltz I wrote. I fell asleep listening to Hazel Dickens in my dorm room one night, and I wrote this. It's called Just Like Jordan. I've danced with the devil, and I've seen the light, trading sweet Sunday mornings for Saturday nights. Never thought of myself as the church-going kind, but some Sunday mornings it crosses my mind. But when I look at you asleep in my sheets, I wonder if heaven could ever compete. I would lose sight of everything to make you see. You're just like Jordan to me. When all hope is fleeting and not a friend could be found, on the banks of your river I'll lay myself down. Some people die waiting for what I've got now, but I thank God for it every time you're around. When the blue light of morning is lost in your hair, I leave my eyes open and search for a prayer. Oh, as long as I'm lost in your crystalline stream, you're just like Jordan to me. Love is the greatest of all things I know. In the warmth of your water, I'll rock up my soul. On the banks of your river, forever I'll stand, with your head tied in white and my knees in the sand. The second I saw you, I planted my feet. Nothing this side of heaven could convince me to leave. I would lose sight of everything to make you see. You're just like Jordan to me. You're just like Jordan to me.
Thank y'all so much. Thanks to the kind crew of Mountain Stage. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Sam Gleaves, along with Ricky Simpkins on the fiddle, mandolin, and vocals, and Tyler Hughes on the banjo and vocals, and the Mountain Stage Band there at the end, Mr. Sam Gleaves. Ain't We Brothers is scheduled to be released in just a few weeks in November. Go to samgleaves, GLEAVES.com to find out how you can order that one. It's time for our piano player to do a tune for you, and on this show we're going to have some of America's finest traditional music, and Bob thought he would get in the spirit, and he's going to do an old song called Wayfaring Stranger in his own way. Please welcome Mr. Bob Thompson. Bob Thompson, Wayfaring Stranger. Colortones.com is where you find his music. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey & Glasser, LLP, a nationwide law firm born in West Virginia with offices in Charleston, Morgantown, D.C., Boston, Alabama, Illinois, and Delaware. Details at baileyglasser.com. And by the West Virginia Division of Tourism, celebrating the diversity of live music in wild, wonderful West Virginia, from newgrass to indie pop at outdoor festivals or in coffee houses. Request your travel guide at go2wv.com. Additional support provided by the Charleston, West Virginia Convention and Visitors Bureau, showing the world why Charleston is hip, historic, and almost heaven. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. If you have questions or suggestions, we'd love to hear from you. You can write us. Our email address is larry@mountainstage.org. You can also, of course, connect with us on Facebook. You can ask us anything on Tumblr. You can hear our Song of the Week on Stitcher. All of these links are at our website, mountainstage.org. You can also hear Mountain Stage guest performances, including songs we don't have time to fit on the radio, at NPR Music. That address is npr.org/Mountain Stage. I mentioned before that we were in Elkins as part of the Augusta Festival, which is part of the Augusta Heritage Center of Davis and Elkins College. And one of the things it is best known for is its workshops in the summer. And they have 5 weeks of different genres that they teach. And if you really want to know anything about traditional music, whether it be Cajun, Creole, early country music, blues, swing, Irish, bluegrass, or as they just taught this last week, old-time music and vocal traditional music, this is the place to come. But our next two guests each taught this last week. Jesse Milnes taught in the old-time music, and Emily Miller taught in the vocal music workshops. And we first met them as part of a band called the Sweetback Sisters. That band is still going, but Emily's still in it. Jesse decided he didn't want to tour anymore. He wanted to go back home to Randolph County, where he was born and raised, and learned his music from a lot of folks, including his dad, Gerrard Milnes, who's one of the great old-time fiddlers and teachers in the world. But these two, as a duet, as partners in music and in life, have put out their first record, which they actually didn't record here. They recorded it out in California. It's a very special record. It's called The Deep End Sessions, Volume 2, Jesse Milnes and Emily Miller. And they do both traditional tunes and original tunes because they're both songwriters. Please welcome, for the first time as a duo on the Mountain Stage, Jesse Milnes and Emily Miller.
Thank you. We're going to get Jesse to finger pick you on to start us off. This is John Henry.
When John Henry was just a little baby boy, he was sitting on his daddy's knee. He He said that Big Bend tunnel on the C&O line, it's gonna be the death of me, poor boy, now it's gonna be the death of me. But poor old John Henry's dead and gone, 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 now poor old John Henry's dead and gone. Well, John Henry went up on the mountain and he looked up at the sky. Well, the mountain was so tall and John Henry was so small that he laid down his hammer and he cried, cried, cried. He laid down his hammer and he cried. But poor old John Henry's dead and gone, gone, gone. Poor old John Henry's dead and gone. Well, John Henry went to the captain and he said, man, you got to see me swing. I weigh 49 pounds from my hips on down, and I love to make that cold steel ring. Well, I love to make that cold steel ring. But poor old John Henry's dead and gone, gone, gone. Now poor old John Henry's dead and gone. Well, the captain, he said to John Henry, he said, it sounds like the mountain caving in. Well, John Henry said to the captain, he said, that ain't nothing but my hammer sucking wind. No, that ain't nothing but my hammer sucking wind. Well, but poor old John Henry's dead and gone, gone, gone. Poor old John Henry's dead and gone. Well, John Henry drove his steel 14 feet. The steam drill, it only drove 9. John Henry lay down on the tunnel floor and he said, a cool drink of water before I die. Poor boy, just a cool drink of water before I die. But poor old John Henry's dead and gone, gone, gone. Now poor old John Henry's dead and gone.
Thank you. Well, we've had such a good time teaching here at Augusta all week. Do we have some Augusta students in the audience here tonight? Yeah. Jesse was teaching guitar at the Old Time Week, and as you can tell, he's pretty good at it. And that last tune is one that he put on his solo record, Buckin' Mule, which has a lot of that finger-picking style guitar stuff. But we're gonna have him switch to the fiddle now, and we're gonna do a few tunes. Larry mentioned that we have a new record. It's called Jesse Milnes and Emily Miller Deep End Sessions, and we're gonna play a few tunes off of that record now. This one is a fiddle tune called "The Fun's All Over," but really, it's just beginning.
All over, jumped in the bed and the bed turned over. Fiddler's drunk and the fun's all over, and I'm going home to my family. All over, drank all the wine up, turned the glasses over. Sun's coming up and the fun's all over, and I'm going home to my family.
in the bed and the bed turned over. Fiddler's drunk and the fun's all over, and I'm going home to my family.
Jesse Milnes. Well, Jesse's a pretty talented fellow, and I feel pretty lucky that I married him a couple of years ago. When we were getting married, I mostly sing country music, and all my favorite country songs, just my favorite ones, are about heartache and divorce. And I knew that I wanted to have some country music at our wedding and for us to dance to, and I thought maybe I should come up with something a little happier. And so I decided I needed to write Jesse a song. So this is the one that I wrote for him for our wedding. It's called I Got Lucky With You. This is also on our new record. Well, I could drive for miles looking for that New York parking spot. By the time I whiff a smoking trend, it's hardly ever high. And the most I've ever wanted cards was a $7 pot. You may ask if I regret these things, but I assure you I do not. Because fortune only smiles on very few in this world. You can't expect it all to come to you in this world. Well, I have to muddle through these other things that I do because I got lucky with you. Now in the art of saying foolish things, I've got a silver tongue. When I'm climbing down a ladder, Lord, I always miss a rung. No, I'm not saying that my life's a wreck, 'cause it really is quite fun. But when I count my lucky stars, you come out number one. Because fortune only smiles on very few in this world. You can't expect it all to come to you in this world. So I have to muddle through these other things that I do because I got lucky with you. Oh, darling, I got lucky with you. Thank you so much. Yep, I got pretty lucky. But I wasn't lying. Really, all of my favorite country songs are very, very sad, including this next one. And we live in such a rich state for music and art and all sorts of things. I'm just always amazed at the wonderful musicians that come out of this state. And one of the great treasures of West Virginia, I think, well loved all over the country, is the great Hazel Dickens. And we're gonna, her longtime collaborator, Alice Gerrard, is on the show tonight, which is pretty darn exciting. But we're gonna do a song that Hazel wrote. She recorded it with Dudley Cannell. It's called Only the Lonely.
Only the lonely, 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 only the lonely will know.
soul. Just a little sunshine, only sometimes, and a place to come in from the cold. Only the lonely, 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 only the lonely will know. Oh, lost and lonely, longing for only one ray of light in this dark well of time. A heart that's forsaken, left silently breaking, shipwrecked and lost on life's stormy sea. Only the lonely, 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 only the lonely will know. Only the lonely, 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 only the lonely will know. Yes, only the lonely will know.
Well, thank you very much. Since it's old time week here, and since we're at Augusta, we're going to finish up with a good old time fiddle tune.
Jesse Milnes, Emily Miller. They live right here in Randolph County, West Virginia. Jesse grew up here. Emily grew up all over the place, traveling parents. And they just made their first album together, Jesse Milnes and Emily Miller, Deep End Sessions. And it's much like what you just heard, because it's basically just them and their instruments, and they do a variety of tunes that they've written, as well as some old-timey tunes. You heard they both play guitar, they both play fiddle, and of course, they both sang. Our next guest is a real treat for us. As I said at the beginning, she is certainly one of the finest, if not the finest, old-time singer in America, and she's been recording music for over half a century now and is going strong. Evidence of that is her album last year called Follow the Music was nominated for a Grammy, and rightfully so. And she's here teaching at the Augusta vocal workshops because nobody can sing better than she does. She has done so much for traditional and old-time music. Many people remember her as just as Emily and Jesse referred to her work with Hazel Dickens, great West Virginia singer and songwriter. She also started the Old Time Herald to promote old-time music, and she's brought some friends with her. I think she's going to ask the band to do a tune with her, but whether she's singing a cappella or with a band, there is nobody better. Please welcome to the mountain stage, Alice Gerrard.
In the days of my childhood, fond were the memories when I stood at mother's knee. Then she placed a kiss on my forehead, down by the window where my mother used to pray. I remember when she lay on her pillow, breathing a prayer to her Father in the sky. Then she said, where he leads I must follow. Follow my Savior where no tear may dim the eye. Bear me away on the breeze of the morning. Bear me away to my old home far away. Let me sit down by the old family Bible, down by the window where my mother used to pray. Long since I stood by her grave on the hillside, long since they laid my dear mother in the grave. Long since she placed a kiss on my forehead, down by the window where my mother used to pray. Bear me away on the breeze of the morning. Bear me away to my old home far away. Let me sit down by the old family Bible, down by the window Thank you. Thank you so much. That was collected by my friend Bruce Green from a woman, Naomi Ledford, over in North Carolina. And I love that song. And I have to say, I'm feeling the spirit of two women who were very important to me. One was a West Virginian. Well, they were both from West Virginia, actually. Hazel Dickens, my singing partner for many years. And also a woman by the name of Wilma Lee Cooper, who actually graduated from Davis and Elkins College. Yeah. Some of you may remember Wilma Lee Cooper and her husband Stoney, Wilma Lee and Stoney, and many a time I listened to them. So I'm really, really happy to have this wonderful band backing me up on some things tonight. And of course, my friend Ricky Simpkins, who you heard with Sam Gleaves. Ricky's actually related to Hazel. Her mother was a Simpkins and related to Ricky's family. So here we go, small world here. This is a song I wrote for a friend of mine who worked in the mills, in the hosiery mills over in Mount Airy, North Carolina, before all of them went overseas. Her name was Ardini Munkus, and she was the daughter of the great Tommy Jarrell fiddler. Payday at the Mill. Got a swing in my walk, I got a song in my talk. I'm a weekday working woman, weekend queen, a time clock lady with a lazy dream. I ain't got no fancy furs, no diamond rings or silks, but I'm just a ride for Saturday night. It's a payday at the mill. Lord, 8 hours, wet up collars and sleeves. The pay's too little and I gotta live cheap. So I stitch and I sew and I stitch, and all I gets tired while the boss gets rich. But look out now, I'm counting the hours till I break out of this old chain. I'm just right for Saturday night, it's payday at the mill. Hard to be a working woman in a boss man's world. If I slow down, they'll find another girl. Saturday's coming and the only time I'll keep is to the rhythm and beat. Fancy duds, dancing shoes, good times are where you've been hid. Oh, I'm just a ride for Saturday night, it's payday at the mill. Ricky. Now there's some weary mornings at 5:45 when I wish I had a man to bring a paycheck in. But you can't have it all. You can't disagree that I come when I want. Go in a please, oh backstep. You good old boys, I'm a kicking up my heels. I'm just a right for Saturday night, it's payday at the mill. Yeah, I'm just a right for Saturday night, it's payday Please wake Malcolm, Laurel and Dawson. Elizabeth Cotton was a huge figure in traditional music. She was a fantastic guitar player, African-American woman who grew up in Carborough, North Carolina. Played the banjo, sang, wrote the song Freight Train, if any of you know that song, Freight Train, Freight Train. She moved to the Washington, D.C. area and lived there for many years, and that's where I got to know her. And I wrote this song because she told me something one time that just kind of stuck with me over the years. She said, we talked a lot. I did the liner notes for her last LP, When I'm Gone, is the title of it. And in the course of many conversations, one of the things she told me was that when she died, she didn't want to be buried in the ground. She wanted to be placed on a river, and she'd go floating down the river, and all her friends would stand on the bank and wave as she went by. And that stuck with me. It did something to my heart, and so I wrote this song called The Sweet South Anna River. On the sweet South Anna River, where the leafy waters flow, she whiled away her childhood days in the sweet long ago. Her voice echoes down the river from the distant shores of home. Remember me, I was a queen, don't you cry when I'm gone. Let the river carry me on, past the red bud and the pine. And won't you sing to me as I take my leave? You're gonna miss me all the time. When my life on earth is ended and the music fades away, don't lay me down in the cold dark ground in some lonesome old grave. On the sweet South Anna River, where soft breezes fan the air, just lay me down in a silvery gown, wildflowers in my hair, and let the river carry me on, past the red bud and the pine. And won't you sing to me as I take my leave? You're gonna miss me all the time. Along the banks of the sweet South Anna, Lord, as far as eyes can see, as I pass by red bud in the pine. And won't you sing to me as I take my leave? You're gonna miss me all the time. Remember me, I was a queen. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. So it'd be great if you sang along on this. We're going to start with the chorus, which is pretty simple. It's a song I wrote after a friend stayed with me one night, and then the next morning we were talking about politics and one thing and another, and he said, well, you know, it'd really be simple if everybody just get up in the morning and do right. We wouldn't have all these problems. So anyway, sing it with feeling, folks. 1, 2, 3. Get up in the morning and do right. Don't you get up and go and do wrong. Get up in the morning and do right all day long. Well, you wonder why this world's going downhill. Big wigs and politicians lying, cheat and steal. We're doing wrong to people in the name of freedom. Come on, children, come on down now. Get up in the morning and do. This is your part. Don't you get up and go and do wrong. Get up in the morning and do right all day long. Yeah. Mr. Ricky Simpkins. Oh, you don't need all the cars and toys you think you need. Substitute a bit of kindliness for all the greed. Sow a little happiness out in my field. Come on, children, come on down now. Get up in the morning and do right. Don't you get up and go and do wrong. Get up in the morning and do right all day long. How about the piano? There's a man downtown, he's sleeping on a grate. A woman got cuts and bruises showing on her face. A little baby child needs a refuge place. Come on, children, come on down now. Get up in the morning and do right. Don't you get up and go and do wrong. Get up in the morning and do right all day long. Now, now, get up in the morning and do right. Don't you get up and go and do wrong. Get up in the morning and do right all day long. 2, 3, 4.
That's great.
Thanks, Laura Lynn. Yeah, it's about right, too. This is a song I wrote. It goes out to everybody who's missed someone, lost someone, said goodbye to someone. Everything's silent, everything's gray. The colors don't shine like they did in the day when we were together, and now you are gone. the silence is taking the place of my song. It's hard, Lord, it's hard when lovers was part, and one ends up breaking the other one's heart. The loneliest dove that mourns in the pine was never so lonesome as I feel tonight. I talk to the stars don't reply. I look for the answers, the questions still lie. In the strange empty places that love used to fill, I try to forget you, but I love you still. It's hard, Lord, it's hard when lovers must part, and one ends up breaking the other one's heart. Lonely Night. Thank you. And thank you to this great band.
Alice Gerrard, along with Ricky Simpkins on fiddle, mandolin, and voice. Laurelyn Dossett also sang along, and the Mountain Stage Band joined her. Her latest is a Grammy-nominated last year. It's called Follow the Music, and it is a fine, fine album, as are all of the records she's put out for so long over the years. We want to thank some folks who helped us come up here to Davis and Elkins College to the Augusta Festival. Beth King, who is the head of the festival, Scott Goddard, and also the new and former president of Davis and Elkins College, Mr. Buck Smith. Thank you all. It's always a pleasure to come up here. If you're listening right now over at WMRY, Charlottesville, Virginia, or WITH, Ithaca, New York, we thank you for doing that, and we hope you'll be listening next week. We'll be coming to you from the Barter Theater in Abingdon, Virginia, with our guests Gretchen Peters, J.D. Souther, Nellie Mackay, Wayne Henderson, and the Whiskey Gentry. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. Well, thank you. Welcome to the second half of Mountain Stage. And if you're just tuning in, a special welcome to you. During this hour, we're going to be hearing from Rhiannon Giddens and a lot of her friends. But to start us out, a band that is always exciting for us to hear they're going to come back on the show. We asked them to come and do this show, and to come to find out it fit in with their schedule. And they've been coming to see us since 2008, right when they started. And they've just put out a new record that is so good that it is #1 on the bluegrass charts. Deservedly so. On Rounder Records, it's called the Muscle Shoal Recordings. And if you don't think of bluegrass and Muscle Shoal together, maybe you're thinking about all the great soul music that was made there and the rock music. Well, this really fits because these guys have that kind of passion. They got that kind of soul in their bluegrass. And not only that, but Gary's from down in Muscle Shoals, and he grew up singing soul music, and he takes that feeling right over into the bluegrass. Oh boy, it's a lot of fun to welcome back to the mountain stage the SteelDrivers.
You were sent from heaven. You had me floating on a cloud. But tonight my sky is falling, and it's a long way down. It's a long way down. Now you can't lie, 'cause girl, I caught you. You can't deny you've been messing around. Where you go, there ain't no ice water, and it's a long way down. Girl, it's a long way down. Oh, so far down that it ain't got a bottom. Thought you had wings, but I guess you ain't got them. Falling angels, don't look down. Ooh, it's a long way down. Don't look to me to be your savior. A girl, we both know your soul is bound. The city sound just like the look you gave me, and it's a long way down. It's a long way down. So far down that it ain't got a bottom. Thought you had wings, but I guess you ain't got them. Falling angel, don't look now. Ooh, it's a long way down. So far down that it ain't got a bottom. Thought you had wings, but I guess you ain't got them. Falling angel, don't look now. So far down that it ain't got a bottom. Thought you had wings, but I guess you ain't got them. Falling angel, don't look now. So far down that it ain't got a bottom. Thought you had wings, but I guess you ain't got them. Falling angel, don't look now. Ooh, it's a long way down. I should be home by 6 tonight. Then just like every other morning, he blew her a kiss and he waved goodbye. She went to town to do some shopping, had lunch with her best friend. A typical Tuesday afternoon until that awful call came in. Nobody knows the hour, nobody knows the way. On any given day we're only 6 feet away. Coming back, he's gone, gone, gone. Nobody knows the hour, nobody knows the way. On any given day, we're only 6 feet away. Face where and when is a mystery. Nobody knows the hour, nobody knows the way. On any given day we're only 6 feet away. Nobody knows the hour, nobody knows the way. On any given day we're only 6 feet away.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. And, it's great to be back here on Mountain Stage, and especially in Elkins, West Virginia. Yes. A lot of us have taught up here at the Augusta Bluegrass Camp, and this is familiar terra firma to us, so we're glad to be back here. And thanks. We're going to be doing a little uneasy listening. You know that already. So let me say one thing. Thanks to Larry and the entire crew up here. This show here, folks, is top shelf. Yeah. You don't get much better than this. So
yes, indeed.
We appreciate it. All right, then.
cold blue steel. Shoot even deader than the way I feel. Made to fit right in your hands. Why I'll never understand. Could have been a hammer or a railroad spike. Oh, I could have been a train rolling through the night. But they gave my voice such a terrible sound that I wish it left me in the ground. Oh, I'm a peacemaker. I don't know how I got my name. I'm a peacemaker. If I don't deserve the credit, why do I deserve the blame? Lays down with the lamb, and then you won't find me in nobody's hand. But until that time I will remain. Until the sinners lay down with the saints. Oh, I'm a peacemaker. Don't know how I got my name. Deserve the credit, why do I deserve the blame? I'm a cook 3 pounds of cold blue steel, shoot even better than the way feel.
Thank you so much. That was an oldie but goodie. It sounds like we've got a lot of steelheads here tonight. Yeah, I think so. Well, I love you too. Thank you so much. It is great to be back here at Augusta, one of my favorite stages for sure. We're going to do a new tune now for you, if that's okay.
This particular song is about the Stones River Battle there in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And I wrote it with my good friends Jerry Sally and Liz Hingber. And we were kind of talking about the battle, and we pulled up some really interesting things about this battle. And the thing that touched my heart the most was it started New Year's Eve in 1862. And the Northern Army had their band, and the Confederate Army had their band. And all night long they were playing back and forth. And the Union soldiers were playing Yankee Doodle, and then the Confederates would answer with Dixie. And at some point, way up in the early morning hours, it was reported that they all joined together and played Home Sweet Home. And that really, it still makes my skin crawl when I think about that happening. So that's how the album closes, when you hear those little instrumental bits at the end. But this is the song we made up. It's called The River Runs Red.
The 31st day of December, 3,000 dressed in blue and gray, all sons of the Heavenly Father lay in a watery grave, and the river runs red. The river runs red. First shot woke the Tennessee morning. Soon fire and smoke filled the sky. Then rain came down in the morning, as sorrow fell down from all sides. The river runs red, the river runs red. No winners or losers when you count the dead. We watch it roll by, we all bow our heads. The guns have gone silent, but the river runs red. Is from Alabama, and Thomas and old New York town. But soon they would die like blood brothers in the stream where their souls would flow down. The river runs red, the river runs red. No winners or losers when you count the dead. We watch it roll by, we all bow our heads. The guns have gone silent, but the river runs red. Some say you can see red from miles, and it flowed that way so many years. Now the waters look clean and untainted. The Stones River will never run clear, 'cause the river runs red, the river runs red. No winners or losers when you count the day. We watch it roll by, we all bow our heads. The guns have gone silent, but the river runs red.
that's a good one. There's no doubt about it. So, Gary, let's do one you wrote while we're pitching.
I like that idea.
Pitching them back and forth here.
This is a song I wrote with a friend of mine who is a marine biologist by day and a successful songwriter by night. You may remember he had on the group Alabama back a few years ago called Old Flame. His name is Donnie Lowry. And I went to his house one day there in the Shoals in Alabama, and it was one of those days, and all you musicians who have ever been through the Nashville and done what I call the Music Row Shuffle, lovingly I say that sometimes you just go back to Muscle Shoals and put your head under a rock and either lick your wounds and get up and do it again, or you just quit. So this is one of those days I was licking my wounds, and I figured I was just going to write something that nobody wanted to hear but me and Donnie. And the song's called Too Much, and I've had a few people tell me it almost says too much, too much. You're the reason I wrote the song. And just so you know, my friend Randy Travis and James Otto recorded it for Randy's 25th anniversary CD. And
Now you're just bragging.
now I'm just saying, well, the point is, write songs that are real to you, and then hopefully people will respond to it. If you write a song specifically for someone else, most of the time you're just kind of throwing water in the wind, I guess they would say. Here's a song called Too Much. I hope you like it. 1, 2, 3. Too much sugar, too much caffeine, too much violence on my TV, too much commercial on the radio, too much traffic everywhere I go, too much hurry, everybody's in a rush. I don't worry about it too much confusion, too much rules, too much opinion. Blaring on the news, too much destruction, there's too much war, there's too much power behind that big white door. Yeah, it's too much mouth, I can't seem to keep it shut, but I don't worry about it too much. Oh, anybody else might get mad and wanna start a fight, but the way I see it, y'all, it'll all be alright. Start a fight, but the way I see it, y'all, it'll all be alright. Too much computers, too much games, too much music, it all sounds the same. There's too many movies up on the screen, too much money going down the drain. Yeah, too much taxes, everybody gotta get a cut. I don't worry about it too much. Whoa, anybody else might get mad and wanna start a fight, but the way I see it, y'all, it'll all be alright. Rip on. Too much wealth, too much insurance, auto, home, and health. Too much inflation, yeah, the price keep climbing on up. But I don't worry about it too much. I don't worry about it too much. I don't worry about it too much. Thank you, thank you. We appreciate that. The next one we're going to do is a song I really can't take credit for writing for, although I was the only person in the room with the guitar and a voice that day. This is for all those that have lost folks that have gone on, left this world before us and left us behind. They say that when we die 3 times. First time is when your heart stops beating. Second time is when your soul leaves the body. And the third time is when they stop saying your name. So all those folks that you've lost, as long as you don't stop saying their name, hold on to pieces of conversations, articles of clothing, whatever it is, those memories will always be hanging around. I hope you like it. If you're ever having one of those days where everything is going every way but your way, and you feel like your world is falling down, I'll be hanging around. If you need someone to listen when you talk, I'll always be right here like these pictures on the walls. And as long as you don't ever take them down, I'll be hanging around. Like that old shirt in the closet that you won't ever throw away, I'll be there when you need me, anytime, night or day. You may not always see me, but even the sun can hide behind a little cloud, 'cause I'll be hanging around. Don't you shiver too, 'cause I'm gone. As long as this world's turning, you won't ever be alone. And I'd rather see you smile than see you frown. I'll be hanging around. Like that old shirt in the closet that you won't ever throw away, I'll be there when you need me, anytime, night or day. You may not always see me, but even the sun can hide behind a little cloud, and I'll be hanging around. Oh, I'll always be up here smiling down. I'll be hanging around. Thank you, folks.
Thank you so much. We have thoroughly enjoyed being here with you all tonight. There's so much great entertainment that's been on the stage and so much to come. We want to finish up our portion of the show with the song, I believe it's off the Reckless CD. Is that right, Tammy?
Yes, indeed.
And it was, and it's about the supernatural and the ghost of Robert Johnson, I do believe.
Yes, it is.
All right.
And right quickly, we're going to say that's G. Ray Nichols' birthday boy over here on the guitar.
Yeah!
Mike Fleming on the old big fiddle. Richard Bailey playing the 5-string. Brent Truitt on the mandolin, and yours truly, Tammy Rogers on the fiddle. And we are the SteelDrivers from Nashville, Tennessee. And we love you and thank you so much, and we'll see you on down the line. Here's the Ghost of the Mississippi.
asleep with a guitar in my hand. I dreamed about the ghost of Mississippi, and the blues came walking like a man. Without a word, I passed that guitar over, and he turned it up like I'd never seen. A crooked smile was his expression. He closed his eyes and he began to say, oh, oh, Lord, why have you forsaken me? Got me down in Mississippi where I don't want to be. Oh, oh, Lord, why have you forsaken me? Got me down in Mississippi where I don't want to be. Where I don't want to be. Oh, oh, Lord, why have you forsaken me? Got me down in Mississippi where I don't want to be. Oh, yeah. Later one night behind Corpus Gate, I fell asleep with a guitar in my hand. Yeah, I dreamed about the ghost of Mississippi, and the blues came on me like a man. Oh, oh, Lord, why have you forsaken me? Got me down in Mississippi where I don't want to be. Oh, oh, Lord, why have you forsaken me? Got me down in Mississippi where I don't wanna be. Thank you so much.
The SteelDrivers, Gary Nichols, Mike Fleming, Tammy Rogers, Brent Truitt, and Richard Bailey. The new CD is on Rounder, and it's called The Muscle Shoals Recordings. And it is powerful, as they always are. Great to hear them, and you can see why. Recording at Muscle Shoals was not at all out of character to a band that sings and plays like that. The SteelDrivers. You're listening to Mountain Stage live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser, LLP, a nationwide law firm born in West Virginia with offices in Charleston, Morgantown, D.C., Boston, Alabama, Illinois, and Delaware. Details at baileyglasser.com. And by the West Virginia Division of Tourism, celebrating the diversity of live music in wild, wonderful West Virginia, from newgrass to indie pop at outdoor festivals or in coffee houses. Request your travel guide at gotowv.com. Additional support provided by the Charleston, West Virginia Convention and Visitors Bureau, showing the world why Charleston is hip, historic, and almost heaven. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. We invite you to take a look at our new website, mountainstage.org. If you click listen there, you can hear a 24-hour stream of classic Mountain Stage content. You can also find out who will be appearing on the show and buy tickets right there on the website. Find out where we're going to be. We hope that you'll join us sometime. All of this and more at mountainstage.org. Also on the website, if you miss part of a Mountain Stage or you just want to hear something again, or you prefer to listen to a podcast, visit the archive section or subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. Each podcast will include songs we don't have time to fit on the radio, and often we include the whole finale song there. You'll just hear a little bit of that on the radio usually. Our last guest has been with us before as a member of the band, the Carolina Chocolate Drops, and you may well have heard that band, a Grammy Award-winning group, but Rhiannon Giddens also has stepped out to make an album of her own. A couple of years ago, she did a concert with T-Bone Burnett up in New York, and a lot of people who maybe not have heard of her before heard of her there, and certainly T-Bone had the idea that she should make her own record. He compared her to some incredible singers of the past, people like Rosetta Tharpe and Ethel Waters, Nina Simone, and somebody we knew very well here on the Mountain Stage, Odetta, the great singer. And I think there is some comparison to be made there. And now she's come out with a CD called Tomorrow Is My Turn on None Such Records, and some of her fellow Chocolate Drops helped her out, and she got some more folks too. It's a very interesting collection. Please welcome, for the first time solo on the Mountain Stage, Rhiannon Giddens.
Often wondered why your leaving's been so long delayed. It's all become so complicated. Maybe you feel obligated, and out of sympathy for me, you you don't love me, leave me and don't let it trouble your mind. I had rather live alone than live with someone who doesn't love me. I'd rather have you go and stay and put me down, thinking you're above me. Our love affair is so wound up, it's best that we unwind. And if you don't love me, leave me and don't let it trouble your mind. Our love affair is bittersweet, insecure and incomplete, and I've often wondered why your leaving's been so long delayed. Thank you so much. That was a song by the wonderful Dolly Parton, who doesn't get nearly enough credit for her songwriting. She's written over 300 songs. 3,000 songs. That's a lot more impressive. And we're going to do another country song before we move on to another type of music. This is one that was made popular by Patsy Cline. So that's all the introduction it needs, I feel. I've got your picture that you gave to me, and it's signed with love, just like you used to be. The only thing different, the only thing new, I've got the picture, she's got you. I've got the record that we used to share, and they still sound the same as when you were here. The only thing different, the only thing new, I've got the record, she's got you. What a boy. Where are you hiding? If you don't come right here, I'm gonna tell upon you. There ain't no hammer that's under this mountain that ring like mine, boy, that ring like mine. I'm gonna bust this rug, boy, from here to Macon, all the way to the jail, boy, all the way to the jail. You jack of diamonds, you jack of diamonds, I love you of old, boy, I know you've owned. You done robbed my pocket, you done rob my pocket, silver and gold, boy, oh, silver and gold. What about, where are you hiding? If you don't come right here, I'm gonna tell upon you. There ain't no hammer that's under this mountain that ring like mine, boy, that ring like mine. I'm gonna work for this rock, boy, from here to Macon, all the way to the jail, boy, all the way to the jail. What a boy. Where are you hiding? If you don't come right here, 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 I'm gonna tell upon you. That was an arrangement, wholesale stolen from Odetta, who all she needed was a guitar and herself, and I needed an entire band to match that. But that's all right because it was Odetta. So we're going to move on to a couple of Appalachians tune now. The first one was learned from a recording of Gene Ritchie, and it's just a number. There's so many of those heartbreak ballads, and this is one of them. So. Black is the color of my true love's hair. His lips are like some rosy fair. The sweetest face and the neatest hands. I love the ground whereon he stands. Soft is the feel of my true love's skin, and strong the arms he folds me in. The clearest eyes and the truest heart. He lets me start before I start. Yeah. My love, and well he knows I love his love, and love it grows until I know that I was burst, and still I feel the strongest thirst. I love my love, and he loves me, and to my soul he owns the key. I have his heart, and he has mine. I'll kiss his mouth 10,000 times. Black is the color of my true love's hair. His lips are like some rosy fair. Sweetest face and the neatest hands. I love the ground whereon he stands. Well, I love my love, and well he knows I love his love, and love it grows until I know that I would burst, and still I feel the strongest thirst. I love my love, and he loves me, and my soul he owns the key. I have his heart, and he has mine. I'll kiss his mouth 10,000 times. Black is the color, black is the color, black is the color of my true love's hair. you so much. It's been such a pleasure playing for y'all and singing for y'all. We got one more for you. This is a medley of Sister Rosetta Tharpe tunes. She is far more important than is given credit for. She was one of the innovators of rock and roll guitar playing, gospel singer, bridge between two worlds. She was amazing. And I'm going to do two of her songs. I do have, this is all from the record Tomorrow's My Turn, which I'm very proud of, and it's just been an absolute honor to play with these wonderful, fine musicians. I'm going to tell you who they are before we start. On harmony vocals here, you heard her at the beginning of the set. Now at the end, we have Laurelyn Dossett. On cello and moonlighting on the melodica every once in a while, we have Malcolm Parson. On banjo and guitar, we have Rowan Corbett. Back here on the drums, we have Jamie Dick. And here on the double bass, we have Jason Cipher. And also on banjo and guitar, but two different kinds of banjo and guitar, we have Hubby Jenkins. There will come a time to sing on this, so just beware, be ready, and be singing. All right. Look down that lonesome road for you travel on. Look up, oh look up, and greet your maker, for Gabriel blows his horn. Where it totes in such a load, going down that lonesome road. Look down that lonesome road, for you travel on. Up above my head, I hear shouting in the air. somewhere. I know. All right, now y'all have this figured out, don't you? It's a call and response. I call, you respond. You've been hearing the response the whole time, so I'm hoping that I'm gonna hear some singing. We're gonna raise the roof on this house. You gonna sing up with us? All right. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. And I really do believe there's a heaven somewhere. One more time, up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. And I really do believe there's a heaven somewhere. I said I really do believe there's a heaven somewhere. Heaven
Rhiannon Giddens right there. And you heard a lot of tunes from that brand new record. Tomorrow is my turn on None Such Records. Rhiannon Giddens and friends, including some members of the Carolina Chocolate Drops. Yeah, that's one that you do not want to miss. And she will be on tour for the rest of this fall and on into the winter. So if you'd like to see her live, and I guarantee you won't be disappointed, then watch out. Go to her website and see where she's going to be, because she will be doing a lot of touring in support of Tomorrow Is My Turn. Our thanks to Rhiannon Giddens. Our thanks to the SteelDrivers. Our thanks to Alice Gerrard, Jesse Milnes, and Emily Miller. Our thanks to Sam Gleaves and all the folks who came with them. And our thanks to all of you folks here at the Miles Center for the Arts in Elkins, West Virginia, for being with us live. And of course, our thanks to you listening there on the radio. Without you, there'd be no Mountain Stage. We hope that you'll be with us next time when we come to you from the Barter Theater in Abingdon, Virginia, with our guests J.D. Souther, Gretchen Peters, Nellie Mackay, Wayne Henderson, and the Whiskey Gentry. And special thanks to the folks here at Davis and Elkins College, especially Beth King, who runs the Augusta Center, and the president of Davis and Elkins, Buck Smith, and Scott Goddard. Thanks to all of them for bringing us up here. And if you want to know anything about traditional music and arts, the Augusta Center is the place to go. Find their website if you want to learn anything from Appalachian music to Irish to blues to bluegrass. You can come here during the summer and a week in the fall and find all you need to know. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Associate producers are Jeff Shirley and Vasilia Skouras. Assistant producers Joni Deutsch. Production managers Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Francis Fisher, Richie Collins, Jim Raines, and Patrick Stevens. Our web producer is Josh Saul. Production assistance comes from Michael Lipton, Joey Ansel, Mary Lee, Lance Schrader, Chris Mead, and Woogie. Photographic services are provided by Brian Blauser. Promotions coordinated by Michael Lipton, Adam Harris, Josh Saul, and Music in Motion Promotions. Lodgings provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Why don't you go and hear some live music wherever you are, just as soon as you can. You've been listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. And since we are here in the middle of traditional music, USA, we're going to do an old tune heard on both sides of the Atlantic. We heard it from Dwight Diller in Pocahontas County. It goes like this. There's a wild hog in yonder woods, deedle-o down, deedle-o day. There's a wild hog in yonder woods, deedle-o down, oh day. There's a wild hog in yonder woods, cuts your throat to drink your blood. Cut him down, kill him if you can. Come on, Alice. There's a wild hog in yonder mast, deedle-o down, deedle-o day. There's a wild hog in yonder mast, deedle-o down, oh day. There's a wild hog in yonder mast, cut his way through the open dash. Cut him down, kill him if you. Michael Lipton. Emily Miller gonna sing it now.
Oh, Bingham, will you hunt him right?
Diddle-o down,
diddle-o day. Bingham, will you hunt him right? Diddle-o down, oh day. Bingham, will you hunt him right? Sword and pistol by your side. Cut him down, cut him down. Kill him if you can. Oh, we follow that wild boar day and night.
Diddle-o down, diddle-o day.
Follow that wild boar day and night.
Diddle-o down, day.
Follow that wild boar day and night. For he's taking that wild boar's life.
Cut him down,
Cut him down.
Ricky Simpkins, here you go.
Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Division of Tourism. Mountain Stage is a production of West Virginia Public Broadcasting. This is NPR.